Request of Mike Kiba to address council regarding labor relations.
Mike, come on up. Good morning.
Good morning.
Just if you haven't been here in a while, you just put your name in the record and you've got 3 minutes.
All right,
welcome.
thank you. Commissioners, Mr. Mayor, thank you for your time. I'm Mike Kiba. I've been a painter with Portland Parks and Recreation for 12 years, and I'm a member of the District Council of Trade Unions bargaining team. The members of the District Council of Trade Unions are involved in virtually every aspect of city government. We bring clean water to your tap and process it when it leaves to protect our rivers. We fix your streets, sidewalks, bikeways, and bridges to keep families safe on the road. We maintain police bureau records and accurately track evidence for the prosecution of crimes. We maintain your gold medal park system. We are the first responders during weather emergencies like heavy flooding. The DCTU protects our communities and maintains the quality of life we all enjoy. In the spring, we, the community, came to voice our support for the programs that were important to us during the $25 million budget crisis. And we, the city workers, came to advocate for the services that we provide. In 1996, the DCTU represented 2,000 members delivering frontline services. We have been depleted to 1,600 members. Recently, the new budget office reported ending the fiscal year with an $11 million surplus linked in part to staff layoffs. Yet this has not prompted a conversation about restoring the staffing levels. We also discovered in 2012, the City of Portland spent $2.1 million to fund management city leave, which rewarded staff, 868 staff, with up to 10 additional vacation days with little or no justification for the bonus. That's equivalent to 21 DCTU positions. All this while we fight for our cost of living. Gloria Steinem said, if you want to know somebody's values, don't listen to what they say, look at their checkbook. What does your checkbook say about your values? In our bargaining sessions, we have fought to maintain contract language that says, any work which is performed by bargaining unit employees shall not be contracted out until the city indicates that the contracting out will result in reduced costs. Reducing costs is the basic endeavor of any organization, whether public or private, and this language is our guarantee to you that we provide the best work at the best cost. This language helps safeguard the taxpayers' money, and it makes good business sense. We are left to ask why the city management is fighting to remove this language that holds managers accountable for tax dollars they spend. Is it to open the door for crony contracts to friends and relatives? Is it to silence opposition to corruption like Ellis McCoy parking meter scandal, which this language helped to expose? Or is it to grease the skids for politicians to give away no-bid contracts to pay back political favors? But what do I know? I'm just a mere humble painter. Mr. Mayor and Commissioners, I'm here today to ask you, what commitment can we get from you today to ensure that this article stays intact to protect the taxpayers' investment?
All right, thanks for coming. Now, you know we're not going to bargain in this room, but we appreciate you coming here and advocating, so thanks for being here. Thanks. Thanks, everybody. Okay, next.
Item 927, request of Kurt French to address council regarding labor relations.
Good morning, Kurt.
Good morning. My name's Kurt French. I'm a 26-year employee of the City of Portland in BDS. I'm a member of ASME 189, steward, and a chapter chair. I'm on the bargaining team for the second time. We still do not have a contract that can be taken to the DCTU membership to vote for ratification. To that end, the Portland Firefighters Association and the Northwest Oregon Labor Council took a resolution to the recent Oregon AFL-CIO Biennial Convention. That resolution, support workers of the District Council of Trade Unions. Whereas the District Council of Trade Unions, DCTU, a partnership of unions, represents 1,600 of the best trained, most dedicated workers of the city of Portland, Oregon. And whereas the DCTU provides essential services to the citizens of Portland, and whereas the unions have been negotiating in good faith for over 7 months with the city of Portland, with no resolution in sight, and their benefits and important contract language under attack. And whereas the city of Portland is attempting to remove critical language regarding subcontracting and seniority. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the delegates of the Oregon AFL-CIO extend their support to the DCTU workers as they proceed through negotiations. And be it further resolved that the Oregon AFL-CIO recommend to its affiliates and allies to support actions as and when requested by the DCTU. And now be it finally resolved that the Oregon AFL-CIO Executive Council send a letter to all sitting commissioners and the mayor of the city of Portland in support of the DCTU workers and their contracts. This resolution was endorsed by the Oregon AFL-CIO, which represents over 108,000 members. It has also been endorsed by the Columbia Pacific Building Trades Council. At that same convention, the DCTU took around a petition getting signatures of members of the AFL-CIO in support of the District Council of Trade Unions. What we need now is a contract that can be taken to the DCTU membership and ratified. We have been negotiating since spring with a city bargaining team that has typically had a response of just no, or it doesn't meet our interests, or a changing rationale for why they would not accept union proposals. We need an honest negotiator across the table. We don't need punitive proposals like a first time ever, a COLA not retroactive to July 1. This has never happened before. Doesn't need to happen now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Carla, next one, please.
Item 928, request of Sam Sachs to address council regarding recognition of
Sam.
park rangers.
Good morning, Sam.
Good morning. Mayor Hales, Commissioner Fritz, members of the council, thank you for allowing me to speak with you today. My name is Sam Sachs. I'm a park ranger for the city of Portland. I've been a park ranger for almost 4 years, first as a seasonal, and for the last year and a half working full-time. I'm speaking to you today on behalf of all Portland Park Rangers. We speak as one and we stand together, united. All Rangers have reviewed my testimony and support its contents. I'd like to share a story with you about a fellow park ranger, Dustin Meyer, who is over here to my right. Last week while on patrol, he discovered a 3-year-old boy alone on the Springwater corridor. The boy had wandered away from his home while his mom was shopping. His dad was asleep at home. After Ranger Meyer discovered the boy, he contacted the police and with their help, able to locate the boy's home and contact his parents. If not for Ranger Meyer's quick actions, it's possible the boy could have met a much worse fate. The Park Ranger program is a tremendous service to the community. The lost child is at home with his family today because Dustin was there to help. Unfortunately, Dustin won't be on the job much longer. He is classified as a seasonal ranger and his hours are about to run out at the end of this month. Today we have 7 full-time rangers and about 17 seasonal rangers. The seasonal rangers come to work and do the same job that I do as a full-time, take the same risks I do, dealing with violent individuals who at times threaten physical violence. In fact, some of the seasonal rangers are at a greater risk when they work alone at night in the dark, locking restrooms. All of this for between $12 to $13 an hour with no health care benefits, no sick days, and no job security. Working alone at night is just one example of the avoidable risks we have been forced to take. We can only hope that we do not see another ranger violently attacked and injured as Ranger Ayers was when he was thrown 75 feet off a cliff in Forest Park. I'm here today for a few reasons. We met with you, Mayor Hales, in March to discuss our reasons for organizing and to demonstrate to you unanimous support among Rangers for joining LiUNA 483. 6 months later, we are still waiting to be recognized. While our management team continues to give us added responsibilities outside the scope of our job, like parking enforcement duties in Washington Park and water security responsibilities, we are aware of the ASME grievance regarding the parking enforcement duties. We want to be on record today that we neither support, endorse, or were consulted on these added job duties. The park rangers support the grievance by parking enforcement. We continue to have little or no say in our work conditions, and yet every time we raise a reasonable concern with management about our jobs, like schedule changes, class comp review, or shift differential, we are told that these are issues that will be dealt with in bargaining, as if to say the city believes our unionization is inevitable, while at the same time the city attorneys works to put roadblocks and prevent us from becoming a union. We could have easily unionized by now had we chose to leave the seasonals and Dustin behind. But we've all been seasonal workers before, seasonal rangers, and we stand united with them today as strong as we did 6 months ago. We ask you put on hold the implementation of the Washington Park enforcement piece until the ASME grievance can be heard. It's not the park rangers' desire to take union jobs away from union members and give them to non-represented workers at a lower rate. We ask you again to reconsider recognizing us, the park rangers, as part of LiUNA 483. By doing so, you will empower us and give validity to the work we have done over the past 2 years to build this program to what it is today. At the very basic core, Mayor, park rangers want what everyone in this room wants: to be valued at work, to have our pay commensurate with our job duties, to have a say in something as simple as what shift we work, and to be consulted on changes in our job duties. We want to have a voice. By recognizing us, Mayor, you can give us that voice. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thanks. Thank you all. We have a couple more. Carla?
Item 929,